you know, we did not rehearse this. I have no idea what he's about to do. I have no.
Do you miss rivers?
That's a funny question. You know, I do. I miss flow trips. I haven't had a flow trip since the last time I had a flow trip with my club.
Right.
There.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Buds and Beers. I'm your host, Lance Storm, and today we've got a special guest, an old friend, OG. He's the industry disruptor, Matt Wagner. What's up? How are you doing, buddy?
What up,
Welcome to the show.
Hey, doing great, man. Thank you.
Right
Happy
on.
to be there, man.
Man, it looks really cool out there. Where are you at?
I'm in Los Angeles. It's surrounded by palm trees. It's beautiful, man. It's like this every single night, every single day.
That's awesome, dude. It's
Not
beautiful.
the brag, you know. It's beautiful out here.
Yeah, you're always someplace new, buddy. It's good to see you.
I'm just chasing my heart, man. Chasing my dreams.
You've been everywhere chasing this beautiful dream of ours. Hey,
Yep. Oh yeah. Well, I've at least smoked it everywhere.
what's your favorite place to smoke weed at?
You know, if I could think about all the places I've smoked weed, two places really just come to mind. Well, I mean, my car. I mean, period. I mean, that's obviously it doesn't matter what car. Just car is a great place to smoke. But in some of these places where it's really illegal, and I've been like Hong Kong. You know,
Right.
I was able to score some weed there in Kowloon. Yeah. Yeah. I bought it off of. I paid 100 Hong Kong dollars. I think it's 8-1, so about $10 for about a gram of weed, which is not too.
That's a pretty good rate right there, actually.
Now, yeah, it is, and now they had already tried to gouge me. I think they had already tried to hit me in for 1,000. So it's just kind of like you saying no enough, and the price goes down. The more you say no, you got to pick your place to jump in.
That's pretty neat.
So I ended up rolling a joint, and I took it down to this beach they had out there, and the beach was like a cove, and it reminded me of like some of Jurassic Park. It had, as far as you could see, those islands, and you're not supposed. I mean, it's very illegal there.
I was about to say that. Won't they like throw you in prison for life for that? Weren't you just a little bit nervous?
I'm not sure. Well, Hong Kong is pretty progressive. I don't think that they're going to throw you in jail, but I mean, a lot of the countries over there are intolerant of it for sure. I found myself a little corner place away from everybody else. I had 2 rolled joints that I had pre-rolled before I got there, and that was definitely a moment in time with me in the plant. We just had a moment,
That's good. So what got you into smoking cannabis in the first place?
About 16 years old, I had one of my best friends. I mean, gangster rap and all that stuff. You have to think about the Chronic came out when I was very young, around 11 or 12 years old. So I was just coming into my teenage years. The Chronic was very popular. You had the Weed Leaf on the DVD. So even before I started smoking, I already had some of the fascination of the plant.
Yeah, what are you smoking on tonight?
But I got some 805 Gorilla Glue.
Nice.
805 Gorilla Glue. And this is was grown by Pacific, and it's named after the area code it was grown in is 805. It's here in California, and it's basically their version of Gorilla Glue. Whenever
Right.
you have.
I like how they call it 805 Gorilla Glue instead of just Gorilla Glue number whatever, because it gives a landmark to it.
Right.
That's great, because honestly, Gorilla Glue number 4 in Seattle is different than Gorilla Glue number 4 in LA versus Denver.
Right.
So,
right. Well, each cultivator is going to be different. If you ask 1,000 cultivators how you grow Gorilla Glue, you're going to get 1,000 answers. And what happens is they have they're cutting off these mothers, they're developing these mothers, and every time they're cutting off of it, the actual cannabinoid profile, the terpene profile, everything starts to change and develop into its own plant. So after a while, Gorilla Glue from 805 area code may be different than that Seattle number 4.
Oh, it totally will. And yeah, there's a lot to take into that. It's not just like environment or elevation, but it's grower's style. Not everybody has the same nutrients, and even if they did, they still have different elevations and
life cycles. There's a lot.
And you never know, the plants might react to the deodorant or the cologne or the soap that he's wearing.
Oh, that's true.
They can do that. So you're not going to get the same plant matter from different states. I disagree with that thought process unless it's all coming from one facility, but that is a problem within itself because they don't let it be transferred from California to Washington. It's not allowed to go across state lines for business purposes yet. I bet that's some pretty good Gorilla Glue, man.
Well, I'm telling you right now, man, I have been blessed. I think of I don't know if you ever seen Bill Mayer, Religious. They're talking to a preacher, and he's like, "Are those gator shoes you got on?" Talking to the preacher, and the preacher's like, I'm blessed now more than I've been blessed in all the days of my life. Every time somebody says something about the weed smoke here, it's just like, I had this dream of me coming to the West Coast, and I was going to be swimming just like, like Donald, like Donald Duck's uncle, what's his name? Yeah, he jumps in.
I'm swimming in it, baby.
He's swimming, just backstroking weed, and when I got up to North Cali, and I was out on the farm for the first time, like that's exactly how it felt. We had crates, just crates full of last year's harvest that were just sitting in there. There's stuff that, I guess it didn't sell or whatever the case may be, but it was, they're just full crates of clippings. So there's full buzz on there. You just take them off. What are we smoking today? Dozy dough. Boom, 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 boom. Take them off, trim them up, roll a blunt the size of fucking Manhattan, We might even put some,
It's really cool to be in the grow, isn't it?
I mean, just, it's surreal. Coming from illegal states, it's pretty wild. Just being around it, seeing that in that abundance. Because of how the rarity in illegal states, you know how it is.
Right. Oh, yeah, for sure. We both come from the same stomping ground, so.
Right.
Right. It's really good to see you out and traveling. One of us had to do it. I had my time out and about, and now it's time for me to be here and hold it down.
Well, life is a journey, man.
That's right.
We're, the other day, so I was talking to a young guy, and he was looking at a friend of ours, and he was like, by the time I'm his age, I'm gonna be more successful than he is. And I'm like, whoa, time out. Like, that sounds like some snake shit,
Right.
At the end of the day,
who's he to define how successful the other person is?
Right. Yeah, that's a difficult thing to do. That's very arbitrary. And so at the end of the day, we're all on this journey, and I'm going to cross your path. I'm going to be here to help you along, and you're going to do the same for me. And sometimes I'm going to take that role, and sometimes you're going to take the role, but sometimes your time is going to be, you're going to have to hit the road soon. You know that.
That's right. Cheers to that, brother.
Cheers.
Let's play Smoke, Drink, Trip. And this is due to the COVID and everything, this is the RIP edition. All these folks are no longer with us, unfortunately. They were amazing members of our community. Smoke, Drink, Trip. You got to choose.
Smoke, drink, trip.
Yeah.
Wait, these other people in the community, they died from this game or what? What's going on?
Well, I mean, this game isn't that serious, but no, like Jack Hare, Kurt Cobain, and Jimi Hendrix. You got to choose one to smoke, one to drink, and one to trip with. It's all hypothetical, of course.
Oh, I like this game. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, this is like that old bar game we used to play, man.
Jack Hare, you got to smoke with. I mean, that's a godfather.
I can see that.
If you haven't read The Emperor Wears No Clothes, and you're probably an idiot. Trip. I mean, that's an easy one. I mean, I hope he's playing guitar. Jimi Hendrix. Wow, wow.
All right.
Whoa. Can you imagine that? Like.
Yep.
I mean, are we on shrooms or LSD right now? Because those are two different things. Can you imagine that guitar coming off the walls? Is like, where's that coming from? Anyway, then you got.
Nobody could throw sound with a guitar like Jimmy.
What was the third one? I'm getting drunk.
No, drinking. Yeah, I guess you're drinking with Kurt Cobain, huh?
Kurt Cobain, and Kurt Cobain, like, I mean, he's probably gonna make me feel real good about my life,
Right. I honestly, I think that's a really good choice. I don't think that I would choose different than you on this one. That just seems like the perfect layout for it.
Does it? I mean, you made it too easy.
Breakdown too, man. Where's your bucket list place that you want to smoke?
Bucket list.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great question. There is no place that I would not smoke if I had to choose a place, then it would just be a place I just wouldn't like to go, and I would say Maldives. I'll make it easy. Y'all know if you know about Maldives, but they're not going to be around for much longer. Apparently, we're going to lose it soon with the oceans rising. But in the meanwhile, I like to smoke a joint there. Oh, another place is Bali, because it's highly illegal. I mean, it's super illegal there.
I think every country you've ever been in, you've called me and said, "Hey, guess what? Guess where I'm at. You know what I'm doing, man."
Yeah, it's funny. It was my mission. If I went to a country, I bought weed in every country I went to.
Right.
But in the end, it's no wonder that people smoke weed, and as a stress reliever, single mothers that got 4 kids. You know what? Give her a joint, for God's sake. She's raising our future. By herself, give her a joint. It's no wonder people use that as a means of therapy. Even recreational users, I would argue, people that enjoy smoking for fun also smoke for therapeutic reasons as well.
I believe that all cannabis use is medical use or therapeutic use. Even if you think it's recreational, it's there to help you, because it's not about what it's doing at the moment. Maybe it's about what it's doing later. It's helping you be able to maintain, helping you to be able to keep cool. It also allows you to take time to reevaluate your thought process.
Right. It takes you out of your normal mindset and your normal mind frame, which can be beneficial for a lot of people.
That's right there. Let me tell you. So how has the COVID affected the cannabis industry out there in California?
Oh, man. Well, I mean, according to the news, the cannabis industry is booming, right?
Right.
Numbers are through the roof everywhere. I mean, what are you doing? You're at home, you're smoking. But the reality is that we've seen a crumbling of the supply chain in California. So many people have not only gone home, quarantined themselves, they're afraid to get out of the house, blah, blah, but in California is a little more, everything's a little more emphasized, or at least we haven't seen full opening of everything. So a lot of people aren't back to work. Whatever the case may be, whatever's happened during COVID, it definitely has put a strain in the industry, and it's put a strain, I think, on the supply chain in regards to, just the output.
Right.
So you have a raised demand, you have a drop in production.
Do you think the impact from Corona has helped raise the cost of cannabis per pound right now?
Oh, dramatically. Well, I mean, you have to think there's multiple markets of cannabis. So you have the white, the black, and the gray. And I will say in all across the board, prices are going up. As soon as COVID hit, you saw it. I mean, it was blatant. People were just like, hey, guess what? Prices are going up. Prices are going up.
So, Matt, I think it's time. It's for speedball run, right? You ready?
All right, run it. Oh,
Cool.
boy. I'm not prepared. You know, we did not rehearse this. I have no idea what he's about to do. I have no.
Do you miss rivers?
That's a funny question. I do. I miss flow trips. I haven't had a flow trip since the last time I had a flow trip with my club.
Right.
There in Missouri. But
out of everywhere that you've ever been, what's your favorite bar story?
I can't tell my favorite bar story. That's
the best bar story ever. I love it. Who's your favorite band?
Who's my favorite band? Oh, fuck, he told me. I was going to say no. I would say Nirvana. Nirvana, I guess I got to say. That's the first thing that came to mind, Nirvana. So,
there you go. First thing that comes to your mind, that's what's up.
You said Kurt Cobain earlier. That's what happened.
What's your favorite car?
93 Acura Insects. Maybe even the Viper. 93 Viper, too. But it was a good year.
What's your favorite type of piece to smoke out of?
Oh, I like joints, period.
Joints?
Joints. I'm a joint smoker.
What's your least favorite way to smoke?
I have a pipe out of a fucking, little. I mean, I like a one hitter. I like the one hitter. It's convenient. Look like a cigarette.
So, do you got any projects that you've been working on recently that you want to talk about?
Yeah, absolutely.
I let people know a little bit more about the Disruptor and what it is that you do.
Oh, so right now, I mean, my biggest goal coming out here was just I wanted to dive in head first. I wanted to learn the industry. I wanted to learn from the ground up. I mean, I was, on days we weren't messing around with the grows. Sometimes I was baling hay. You think, that wasn't my goal coming here. But I just wanted to learn everything from the ground up. I wanted to see it, how it develops. I wanted to be just immersed in the industry, and that's exactly what has happened.
So, Matt, it's always a good time hanging out with you. Why don't you tell the folks where they can find you at?
Yeah, Disruptor OG and at Industry Disruptor on Instagram. At Industry Disruptor, Disruptor OG on Facebook.
Got the links up on there for you, man. No problem.
Oh, they look good.
You're horrible, man. All right. Well, man, I really appreciate you coming and hanging out here with us at Buds and Beers.
Oh, I had a good time, man. Thank you so much.
Have you out again. We look forward to talking to you soon. Let us know what's going on in your neck of the woods and stuff.
Yes, sir. Yep. You just let me know. I'm here. Thank you very much, Lance. And I support what you're doing. I think it's great, and we need more people like you, standing up and taking action and bridging the gap. So thank you very much, bud. Keep it up. Cheers.
Come on, brother. Cheers to you. You keep doing what you're doing too, because everybody needs somebody.
We need right. Cheers, brother.
The Industry Disruptor. This is always a good time, a cool hangout, and it's just about the conversation that we have with people, and really it's about our guest. It's about the person next to me. So thank you for coming out,
brother.
Guys. Stay beautiful, stay positive, and we'll see you soon.